In our last session, we focused on you as a leader entering the worksite prepared to bring in a really good and positive attitude to your people. We were going to leave home at home and prosper at work. We were going to put that good game face on so we could come in and demonstrate a great attitude. Remember, all good leadership's by example. Anything else is pushing. This time, I wanted to shift our focus just a little bit and talk about how to get the best out of our people. I want to start off with the concept of 10 basic assumptions to have a healthy team. And assumption number one is the foundational premise upon which all the rest of them are built. Assumption number one for a healthy team says this: people want to do a good job, and they'll do a good job if they know clearly what to do, which is good communication, if they know clearly how to do it to the level of excellence you require, that's training and coaching. And then if they get feedback for what they do. Now that feedback can be corrective feedback, but we want to maximize praise and encouragement. And that's going to be the focus of our session today: praise and encouragement. Praise, quite frankly, is just acknowledging good behavior. Encouragement, on the other hand, is nurturing a person along and helping develop their competence. You know, the philosopher Goethe once said that if you treat a person as they are, they'll remain as they are. But if you treat them as they could be and as they should be, they'll tend to move in that direction. And I'll tell you how that works with us at the worksite. If we come in and we've got a person here who isn't performing very well, and we think doesn't have a very good attitude, and we treat him that way, you know what the result's going to be? We're going to get a person who doesn't have a very good attitude and doesn't perform very well. On the other side of that coin, if we take that same person and put a different set of thoughts in our head, and if we deliberately try to catch them in the act of doing things right and give them focused and meaningful praise, there's a good chance they'll move in a different direction. You know, I had the opportunity several years ago to go out west and teach at one of the major railroads. Well, in one of my leadership sessions, a man stood up and he said, "Hey, I've got a story to tell." Now, this guy was about 6 foot tall, full beard, built like a mountain. I wasn't going to tell him no. So he started to tell this story. He said, "Guys, you all know me. I've been here 35 years at the railroad, 25 years as a manager." He said, "But I want to tell you how a young supervisor in one statement saved my career 25 years ago." And here's what he said. He said, "The first 10 years of my career here, I had a bad attitude." He said, "I hung around with people that weren't good for me. I was confrontational. I knew how far I could push things. I knew how far I could push my boss before he'd make a change. Well, that change usually was they would just put me in a different department. I knew they couldn't fire me, but they would just put me in a different department. Now, after one of those departmental changes, I was on the railroad car one day and I was getting off and my new young supervisor came by. He stopped and he said, 'Hey, 3-point dismount, just the way we teach it. Good job.'" Now, the first thing after the shock of this, I thought to myself, he doesn't know who he's dealing with. He obviously hasn't read my file. He doesn't know that I'm a difficult person. He said, but the other thing that occurred to me is this: he didn't judge me either. That right there opened me up just a little bit toward him. And over the next 6 months, when he got to know me and I got to know him, he said to me, "You know, you've got leadership potential." "Me? I've got leadership potential?" "Yeah." He said, "You're just putting your energy in the wrong direction." Well, he got me into the Leadership Academy. I became a supervisor, and I've had 25 years a successful management career. "Gentlemen," he said, "I'm going to tell you, this supervisor saved my career with one sentence. He came at me in a positive way. He caught me in the act of doing something right. We started to develop the relationship, and the rest is history." Well, all I can say is this: let's take a look at the secret sauce that this supervisor used to get him to move in the direction he needed it. First of all, you'll recognize that he came in with a good attitude, and he caught this man in the act of doing something right. He gave him an effective praise. Remember, specific, sincere, immediate, and personal. That opened him up enough to start a little bit of a relationship to where he could encourage him to understand and use his strengths and go in the direction where he can be a good performer. That influence right there changes lives. And what I'd ask you to do, our action this week, is to be deliberate about giving praise. I use what I call the 5 coin technique. And what that is at the beginning of the day, I take 5 coins and I put them in my left hand pocket. And as I come in with that good attitude, with my game face on, as I come in as positive way as I can with my people, I'm also scanning and I'm looking for people that are doing things that are praiseworthy, even little things. And when I can say a specific, sincere, immediate personal praise to one of my people, I'll transfer one of my coins from my left pocket to my right. Of course, my goal by the end of the day is to have all 5 coins in my right pocket. Now, if it's the end of the day and I still have 5 coins in my left pocket, I don't rush around trying to give superficial praise. That breaks the spirit of the thing. I certainly don't want to do that. But if I can give at least 5 appropriate praises every day as you know, over the course of a 66-day period, it starts to become automatic. And I start to become a much more positive person. And let me tell you what my people deserve. And let me tell you what your people deserve. They deserve a leader who will come in and praise them when they do things right and will encourage their development and make this a good place to work. So my encouragement to you is stay focused. Call your accountability partner and encourage them. Make it a great day.